Good morning. This is Professor William Wagner from Salt and Light Global, and kind of wanted to bring you up to date on the latest executive orders if you are a church in Michigan, and then also share some thoughts. The latest executive orders do confirm that it is legal if you want to open your church, and I know a lot of churches have, in consultation with physicians that attend their congregations and are part of their congregations, have decided to open safely. I know others have decided not to, and based on information they have from folks at their congregation as well. And so I know there's a lot of discussion going on out there, and it all varies, depending on the size of the church and the congregation and the hearts of the folks deciding whether and when to open safely. And so my prayers go out to all of you. I do want to just point out that the new requirement does require masks on any indoor type of place, and as well as outdoor if there's a group of people. There is an exception for pastors who are in the pulpit, and so we thank you for that. There is a larger Romans 13 question that is, I know, being discussed among pastors, around the state as well, as far as being in obedience to, the authorities placed above you. The authorities, in Michigan are we the people that have delegated, power to the governor and as well as to the legislature. And the problem that is created with the current constitutional crisis that we're in is that one branch of government, those are leaders, have say that the governor does not have the legal authority and is acting without proper constitutional and statutory authority, and the governor claims she does have the legal authority. That question is before the third branch of government right now in the courts, and hopefully we can get that resolved soon so that the Romans 13 question for pastors can be a little easier to decide. But even if you assume that the governor's actions are legal, the very provisions of the current orders, in my view, make it legal to open if you choose. Again, there's many other considerations that each church is deciding before they make that decision when and how to do that. But for example, if it has to be legal, otherwise why would there be an exception for pastors who are engaged in giving a sermon if it's not legal to be there? Finally, here's my heart for the churches right now. I pray against mission drift. I've been working and talking to probably over 1,000 churches in the last few months. And, COVID is either an opportunity or it is something that can, shut down ministries. And, while we were told to, by law, to close and stay home, and that order's been lifted now. But when we were told to stay, at the same time, Jesus says to go, and so there are many ways now to go, even if we are practicing safety protocols to prevent the spread of COVID. And my heart is that the church's mission, and go look at your mission statement. My charge is, and my hope is that you will go and look at the mission statement that is your church and who you are, and make sure that we're finding ways in these times and these challenges to be sharing the love of Christ with the culture, to be sharing the good news of the gospel. And it's my hope that remains our focus in this time of challenge, and not that the focus just becomes, how do we prevent the spread of of the virus. While that's a very important issue and an essential matter for each church to deal with, it ought not be the substitute for what the calling and the mission of the church is. And so I pray that we can do both, and that we are on guard not to substitute one for the other, and that God will be glorified in this process. I can tell you the stories that have happened in the midst of the closings and in the midst of online church and in the midst of opening a church, slowly and safely. The stories of people that have not known Christ, that know Christ now, because of this very challenge, is amazing and encouraging to me. So find hope in those stories. Know that your God is using the time here, and go fill your mission. Go fill the mission and the Great Commission that Jesus has given you, and do it safely. So until next time, those are my thoughts. This is Professor William Wagner. God bless you.